Hi, Possum Patty here. And I had left a few little crumbs on the table to get started with today's journaling. But when I sat down, I started cutting paper for my Christmas caravan journal. That's in progress right now. But I'm going to get back to do some journaling. It's just some Saturday night. Sit back, just relax, and just do some journaling. So come on along. Well, I think the very first thing I want to get into the journal is just a little bit of journaling about receiving a gift of over 250 cards and envelopes and calendars and all kinds of things from Baby Possum and his friend, let's call her Lydia Possum. So together I'm calling them Baby Possums. And they brought me a giant shopping bag full of goodies that I could use in my junk journaling. And so I just wanted to use one of the cards. I love this one. Helen Keller, quote, "The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart." And I thought I would make a pocket on the page, or I can make a pocket with the envelope and make a journaling card with the card and stick it in there. Now this is pretty paper in the background, but I pulled out a couple of sheets from the closet and the colors go perfectly, but is that design too big? I don't want to take away from the card. This one is a little smaller, a little more delicate. Oh, I think I like that. Or I can go with a completely different look. Cats are banging to come in already. I think this one really makes the card stand out, even though this one, decisions. That's what I have. That's what I get for having too much paper. You know what? I'm loving the black. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because this just, they got a black tree trunk and you got the pink. Okay, I'm going to use the black paper with the pink polka dots for the background. And, I really want the quote on the page like this. So I might use the card for the pocket. And, oh, this has a back. I need a journaling card. All right, so we'll work that out in a moment. Okay, I cut the front of the card. I made a really nice scallopy edge there. And I'm just going to glue this in. I'm going to skip the paper page because this is kind of heavy, I think, for this. Go with something that's a little bit sturdier. I'll come back and put something different on that page. No problem. So I'll glue this down so while this is drying, I can work on the journaling card. And I am going to put glue stick in the middle. I'll put some tacky glue around the edge. So it was our first Thanksgiving without Mom, which is a little sad, but there's kids in the family now, and that kind of brightens your day. Baby Possum came up from New York with his friend Lydia, and they brought me all these wonderful gifts, and We had a delicious meal. Oh, we had it at my niece's. So it was the first Thanksgiving without Mom, but it was our very first Thanksgiving at my niece's house. Well, they haven't been living there very long. And it's a nice big house, perfect for entertaining a large family. And I got to spend some time with the grandnieces and nephew. And very exciting news. My grandniece informed me that she wants to be a scientist when she grows up. Yepers. And I said, well, there's so many different kinds of science to study. You can study the rocks or the animals or the plants. And she said she wanted to study fossils and dinosaurs. I said, oh, you want to be a paleontologist. So I am so excited about that. Now I have to go down into the magical basement and find my fossils, because I do have some fossils. And she wants me to come back and visit her, and I think I will surprise her and show her my fossil collection, and maybe even give her a few. Or maybe that would make an awesome Christmas gift. A couple of fossils. I love it. I love it. Oh, you know, how I love to put things across the top. A beautiful pink ribbon or even a little bow. Let me look around. Alrighty, rickrack or ribbon? Rickrack or ribbon? I think I'm leaning towards this pale pink rickrack. This is very pretty ribbon, but I have not used any of my rickrack in a while. So let's go with the rickrack. Table's a mess. That's okay. We're creating. I can never figure out what side is up with rickrack. All right, we're going to go with this side as down. And I think I'm just going to use a little tacky glue. It should hold it down. Yes, so I am so excited. Maybe she'll want to get interested in some rocks, some geology, and paleontology. And maybe I can take her to the museum. Well, our Peabody Museum, the Connecticut Peabody Museum, is closed for renovations until next year. But I can put it on the list of things to do. Perfect, perfect. Well, I think I am going to use this paper because I do love it so much. It's embossed, it's sparkly, it's got beautiful flowers on there. And I'm going to use it for a journaling card. And on purpose, I cut it so that I got one row of flowers and one row of the embossed design. I mean, I could have centered it with the flowers or the embossed design somehow, maybe like that. But I wanted it a little asymmetric like that. I think I might cut the corners and put a little rickrack at the top. What do you think? Sure, why not? Okay. So the easiest way to cut corners so that it looks like a tag, you can use some kind of pattern or stencil, or just cut one and then flip it over. Make sure you flip it over. And then you can trace it or try to hold it pretty still. I didn't leave a lot of room for my finger there. Okay. Do that. And that comes out fairly decently. Now I just have to poke a hole, or I could just attach some rickrack without making a hole. I could do something like this. I could put a brad there. Or what can I put? A button. I could put a button. I could put a brad. I could put a little pink flower there. I printed out the thumbnail from the video I made about the things that they gave me. What's in the bag? They gave me this giant bag of things. It was unbelievable. It was so much fun opening that up. And then I could put a picture of them on there and do my journaling. Or I could put a picture of them on this side and do my journaling on the back. But I think they would need a frame. I get all these things here that I want to put in the journal. Oh, I gotta work this out. I don't want them poking out just a little bit. I want to either see them or not see them, or see me or not see me. I could put this one here. I could also take one of these trees and put that on the journaling card. See how much room it takes up. Not too bad. I can cut that off. Come in a little closer. Yeah, I gotta go through a bunch of boxes where my rocks are. Since we moved, they really haven't found a home. You know, like a display place or someplace I could keep them. I could put that up there, couldn't I? And put this here. And then journal. I could put me poking out like that. What's in the bag? I have a few fossils that I bought. And I have a few fossils that I collected when we belonged to the Rock Club in Pennsylvania. There are places in Pennsylvania where you can walk down the trail and just trip over fossils. They're just all over the ground. It's amazing. And then when they do like a road cut or something, the message goes out to all the members of the Rock Club about where you can go find some fossils. So I have a few. I didn't get to go on all the field trips, but we were able to go on a few. And I think the nearest rock club to me right now is actually up in Massachusetts. Like, ugh, it's a little far. And their meetings are at night. And they just had a rock and mineral show, but I didn't get to go to it because we had family stuff. So maybe in the next one. Now this is thin paper, so I'm going to use the glue stick. I was trying to be careful not to put the picture down in the glue. All right, I'm going to do my journaling and I'll be right back. Okay, well now I'm thinking a black button would stand out. This is one jar of buttons that I have. I hate to admit it, but I have several. And yeah, I got them all at the flea market. When I buy things at the flea market, I tend to get a very large lot of them because that's how they come and they're pretty cheap. Those are all the same. I saw a different kind. Now this is a button I made. And this is a button I made. These are just paper buttons. I was thinking of something like that one. Or the one you want is always at the bottom. All right, that's not it. There it is. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Buttons can be very expensive at the flea market, especially the vintage ones. Oh my goodness, and if they're on a card, wow, they are very expensive. I remember one day, this guy had albums. They were albums of button samples, all vintage buttons on the original cards as part of like a sample album. Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous, but not for me, because you wouldn't want to take that all apart and use it. You know, I'm just looking for some old buttons on a card, and that's fine for me. All right, I'm going to put that on there, and there's always a button that gets left behind. All right, I'm in the middle of gluing down the rickrack, and I decided that I needed to put some thread into the button. So I'm being all fumble fingers here. But you know, it's always the little details. Always the little details. Tie that tight. You think that'll stay? You might. All right, I'm gonna put some glue on there. Probably have to hold this for a second. Well, I'm probably gonna have to put a clip on this. And if that doesn't hold it, I'll have to get out my glue gun, I guess, to hold the button down. But I really love the way it came out. I don't love corners that poke up. Thanksgiving 2023, Jesse and Lydia gave me a giant shopping bag full of cards and calendars. Lots of fun stuff for junk journaling. Thank you. And that will, oh, more buttons. All right, I'll put them back in the jar. What a pretty little page this card made. So with a card and some paper from the flea market and a button from the flea market and some rickrack and some pictures. Fun little Thanksgiving Day. Thank you page. I better leave that out till that dries, right? All right, we'll leave that out. Okay. There's some other paper here I found. And I have another card to put in here. Well, this one's going to be easy. This one's from Amy at Doki Doki Forest, and she's already decorated the whole thing. So this one can just go down on a page somewhere. Again, it's a heavy card because she's got 2 layers of paper here, I think. Yeah. If I could just put that on the back, put it over here. Put it over. Oh, it looks nice on that green. Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. Very shiny on the back. Lots of this beacon glue because it's shiny. And the beacon glue usually grips that pretty good. I have some more things under the table too that I want to put in here. I just love the way she wrote and decorated and put these really fun kitty stickers here and kitty stamp. So that page is decorated already. This was my list for my nature walk in the winter time. Oh, I took my walk today. I have rocks sitting on the table. I just washed them for my dirt road diary. I did get a bunch of glue up there, didn't I? That's okay. Card from Millie. I put the rocks in my dirt road diary, but I wanted to put the card in here. And I thought that these little flowers reminded me of this paper. And this is a tri-fold out. Would you put it this way? No, you have to put it this way. So really all I need to do is put a little background and glue this card down too. I think, because I like this peachy color and it kind of goes with the center of the flowers there. I got sidetracked here. Yeah, I'm in the middle of gluing that down and all of a sudden I picked up the button thing to see if it was dry. And I was like, ooh, I'll put some bling bling. Oh, that one's too big. All right, we don't want that one. I'm going to put some bling bling right in the middle of that. Let's try a smaller one. Like that. All right, I'm going to go back to gluing that down. Now I'm back to gluing this. What I did was I was ripping a little tiny bit of a decal edge around like that, and this is cardstock, so I might add a little tacky glue to it. I kind of like this pattern too. All right, let's put some tacky glue around the edge. That makes for a fun, colorful background. So I think all I have to do is what I did to Amy's, although I'm looking over here and there is a blank space. I could come back and put something there, and I might do that. But this is probably all for this evening. And maybe tomorrow, well, two things I want to do tomorrow. I want to put together my Christmas caravan journal. And I actually have something I want to put in my October journal. And I do want to journal about Thanksgiving and some other things that are going on. Yeah, she sent me some pictures, but I put them in my rock journal my dirt road journal, because she sent me this rock, which I still have on the table, which is so lovely. I gotta put that away pretty soon, but I might be able to come up with something to put there. Oh, I have this note from Millie that has to go in here, and the other part of it, don't lose it, and a couple little things that came in the Happy Mail that should go on here too. And I certainly have some more cards. Oh, I was thinking about this one. And this one. And her note is just a little bigger than this card. I was hoping this would fit on here, but it's not really fitting on there, so I have to find a different card for this. Anyways, well, I'll leave these crumbs all over the table. So I'll have something to do tomorrow. How's my button doing? Button's looking good. Button's looking good. I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to put this in here. Yes, I love the addition of the black button with the pink bling bling and the little black thread bow. And this page was super easy. And this page was super easy. And, oh, I have another card here. This is gorgeous too. I could put that in here. I could use both sides and put her note in here. So here's my breadcrumbs for tomorrow, and I just want to thank you for coming along today and wish everybody happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.